When was the last time you made it past a headline to read an entire news article? I'm sure we've all been guilty of deciding we knew the contents of a report or editorial based solely on a clickbait headline. But what if the contents of the actual article were not what you thought it was? A few years ago, a well-trusted news organization decided to run an experiment based on that exact question. Hi, I'm Think So Joe. This is Things You Might Not Know, and on today's episode, NPR trolls America. After Congress passed the Public Broadcasting Act of 1967, National Public Radio set up shop in the bones of what was once the National Education Radio Network, with NPR's main office located in Washington, D.C. Every millennial's favorite news source aired its first broadcast on April 20th, 1971. While the initial broadcast was standard coverage of Senate hearings during the Vietnam War, their flagship show, All Things Considered, would premiere just weeks later on May 3rd. A few years later, on November 5th, 1979, NPR's second most popular show, Morning Edition, would hit the airwaves. The road for NPR since then has had its ups and downs, to say the least. Given the history of funding issues, allegations of bias, sexual harassment claims, and continuous leadership changes, this is hardly surprising. At least Roger Ailes didn't get his hands on it. That would have been a tragedy. Despite all these issues and controversies, NPR has stayed strong and continues to grow to this day. On top of managing the public radio satellite system, NPR programming can be found essentially anywhere. Over the decades, National Public Radio has distributed many editorials and think pieces about a myriad of subjects. One such subject that they brought attention to in a way that's kind of obvious in hindsight is America's lack of reading skills. On April 1st, 2014, NPR posted a link titled, "Why Doesn't America Read Anymore?" on their Facebook page. If that date made you raise an eyebrow Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson style, then all that means is you're paying attention. Good to know someone is listening. Before people started catching on to the joke, the comments section of the post was littered with replies that blamed modern technology, our education system, and a few comments that were definitely people who just wanted to pontificate. Those that bothered to click the link provided were brought to the NPR website with a congratulatory message waiting for them. The message read, "Congratulations, genuine readers, and happy April Fool's Day. We sometimes get the sense that some people are commenting on NPR stories that they haven't actually read. If you're reading this, please like this post and do not comment on it. Then, let's see what people have to say about this story. Best wishes and have an enjoyable day, your friends at NPR." What makes this one Alanis Morissette levels of ironic, yes, we will keep using that joke, were the further comments on the original Facebook post. These very proud of themselves commenters pointed out that this was posted on April Fool's Day, which of course gave away that they didn't open the link either. The most ridiculous part of this story is that it happened in 2014, and here we are now in Pandemic Land 2021, still living with the same issues. The quote, "The man who doesn't read has no advantage over the man who can't read," rings true to this day. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Things You Might Not Know. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you can see a playlist of Things You Might Not Know videos over here. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time!